look like a monkey hypnotized by pixels on a screen. Social media is ruining your mental health and your focus without giving you any advantages in life. You know this already. That's why you're watching this video. I'm going to tell you about a story when I was 13, and there was this girl from another class which I had a crush on and I was talking to. Thinking back, my risk in real life for a 13-year-old was top tier. Like, I actually had high skill in this, and I got her Instagram.
Hey girl. I love you.
So in the next few weeks, we kind of regularly texted each other, and being the virgin, love-lacking child that I was, even the most boring, worthless conversations made my monkey brain fire with excitement, and every time we talked, I imagined the whole ass future with her in my mind artistically. So over time, I associated the square ass Instagram icon thing with this girl, and the Instagram notification reminded me of talking to her, and every Instagram post reminded me of her post. Everything was going well. My 13-year-old self was socially progressing in this big journey of love, and one day everything fell apart. Now this video might not be what you expected. It's not a robotic system or tool to help you stop using social media, and it's a deep dive into trauma and how to use it for your advantage. If you're watching this video, you have probably unconsciously or consciously thought about how social media is ruining you, and for example, when you see your friends post about their hangouts on the beach, you're supposed to like their pictures, but you secretly get the fear of missing out, the stress of not getting invited, all these negative thoughts that you damn well know you don't need in your life. But the reason you don't quit social media is because the connection with them is still there. If you quit social media, you'll feel like a part of you is ripped out from you, and you'll be disconnected by society, and you feel like your life will fall apart. The people in your life are going to forget about you, even though it's giving you constant anxiety and it's sapping your energy and focus, and it's ruining your mental health. Despite all of that, you stay. Now keep in mind, the things I'm going to say next is not really serious considering we were children, but so I was talking to a friend, which is this girl's ex, about the girl, and I learned a lot of secrets that day.
Hey bro, so how's this girl, man?
In the end, my view towards the girl changed negatively. Because I associated Instagram so deeply with this girl, every time she posted something like her hanging out with other male friends, I felt deep pain. And when I was scrolling through posts, I was genuinely afraid to see anything related to her, and I was traumatized by social media. But guess what that meant? I quitted social media. So this is you and this is social media. Your goal is to be separated from it, but no matter how hard you try, you always get pulled back. If you stop yourself from using social media for one day, the next day you will find yourself spending the double amount of time to try to catch up. But there is a way to be separated, which is to break the rubber band completely. And the thing is, no amount of rational and logical thought and reasoning can give you this amount of force to break this limit. You have to feel deep and genuine emotional pain, and in other words, you need trauma. And for me, the trauma that I felt was in the form of negative feelings towards this girl. The thought that this girl was hanging out with other male friends and that I'm not important in her eyes, even though to me she was everything at the time. I know this sounds like a huge load of weird ass childish shit, but it did help me quit social media in the end. So for a short period of your life, whenever you feel the negative feelings of, like for example, jealousy of a couple posting their wedding pics, the feelings of anxiety and stress of your supposed friends hanging out together without you, the feelings of inferiority that others have a better life than you, do not ignore and close an eye towards those feelings like you usually do. Embrace the pain and let it pile up inside of you. Put yourself through this fire of your own negative thoughts, because these thoughts are the brutal, unfiltered truths. Feel the pain, and finally the rubber band will snap. You might think this is an unhealthy way to quit social media, but guess what? The peak of my life was in COVID lockdown, when I was totally unaware about what's happening in the social world besides my 3 closest friends, and at this time my productivity was the highest and my happiness was the highest. All that temporary pain and trauma that I felt was the sacrifice for my current lifestyle of peace and internal joy. It's ironic, using trauma, something that destroys your mental health, to save your mental health. But there has to be a balance to everything in life, sacrifice and reward. This was something that changed me, and I genuinely hope that you can take this painful step toward improving your life. Quit social media and save your mental health.